YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Crypto J coming at you with another J Talks Crypto. If you're brand new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, that bell notification. Do my best each and every day to give you guys the top picks in cryptocurrency. And guys, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. We're going to talk about some Toshi today because you guys know I got to give you guys an update on the price. Seems like things have really been cooking up and the community has been waking up in a big way, sharing out content, reposting all kinds of things, man. We couldn't do this stuff without you guys. And again, I just want to let you guys know that I appreciate you. We're going to talk about some Toshi today because we are at some critical levels right now. I ain't going to lie, but at the same time, guys, I'm not too concerned. I'm going to explain to you guys why. Also, got to let you guys know, too, that I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm just a homie, Crypto J. And we just talking about crypto today. So, again, don't buy nothing that you see in the channel. Before we dive into the Toshi stuff, we got to talk about Bitcoin. You guys know that. Bitcoin is the most important thing driving the market. I know sometimes these Bitcoin TAs get a little bit boring when you're excited about Toshi, but again, guys, we have to pay attention to Bitcoin. We have to watch what's going on. Today is a very key day. We always talk about Thursdays on the channel. We're the only channel on YouTube, literally the only channel on YouTube that talk about the rule of Thursdays. I do expect some big price action to happen today. But is it for sure going to happen? I don't know. I'm expecting it to, though. So we'll see kind of what happens. As you guys can see, 82% of people bullish on the cycle, 18% of people bearish on it, and Bitcoin coming in at a 17.7. We talked about that 17.5 zone being a key level of resistance yesterday, really all week. We've been talking about that 17.5 range really since the beginning, especially because I was telling you guys we do not want to retest this 17.5 area too fast because it could be a sign that we're going to reject, right? If we would have saw that on a Monday or Tuesday above 17.5, I would have said yikes. Maybe Thursday we might see some sell off, some correction or rejection. But again, that didn't happen. We did see a little bit of volatility, right? We dropped down, but we shot right back up. We are still riding this upward trend momentum. Now we do have still a rising wedge, but we are starting to slowly break out a little bit. Hopefully, fingers crossed again, right? We could see it happening right here. We've seen it happen a couple of times, but we do know that this rising wedge could indicate also a level of sell-off. In my opinion, this price action, though, is looking really good, and this is what we want to see going in on a Thursday. We got to see volume today, though, guys. It's so important that Bitcoin sees volume today in order for us to remain healthy going into this weekend, because, again, we do not want to see that big rejection. But, guys, it's a good chance that we do see a big pump on Bitcoin today. As you guys can see, Bitcoin creating this giant bull flag here, and it's going to need to do one thing or the other thing. It's either going to need to pump or it's going to need to dump down. But in my personal opinion, I go by probabilities. There's always a possibility of the other thing happening, but I go by probability. So if more than one of these charts are telling me that things are looking good, I'm going to be like things are looking good. If more than one of them are telling me that things are looking a little bit sus, I'm going to be a little bit on the fence. And if more than one thing is telling me that this chart is likely to break down, I'm going to be short on it. It's just the way that I am personally. Good, I'm not swing trading a whole bunch. I told you guys that too. Even though, guys, if I was swing trading this Bitcoin trade, a lot of you guys would know that we would have already made a grip, because not only have we been calling every time Bitcoin's been pumping, but we've been calling pretty good every time that Bitcoin has been seeing some massive sell-off. And again, that just comes from being in the market, right? That's why I always say time in the market beats timing the market, because some people just sit around trying to time the market and they just get liquidated, especially in these times of uncertainty. If you look at the past 7 days, it's a lot of liquidations, right? You see stuff like this sideways price action. We think we're going to break out. We don't know we're going to break out. And look, it's just, they're jacking around the price. They're trying to liquidate as many of these guys as possible. In my opinion, this is what happened right before things start taking off. And that's why I always say time in the market beats time in the market. The people that dollar cost average, they just tend to do better. And that's just what I've observed over being in this for 10 years now, that the people that are just long on cryptocurrency, the people that are investing and see value in the space in certain projects, they tend to outperform the people that are just looking for a quick swing trade, a gambling opportunity and stuff like that, because that's what that is, guys. It's always gambling, right? We're always taking a risk, But when you're options trading, when you're trading futures and stuff like that, when you're setting stop loss and ready to get out of trades and all that, take profit and all that stuff is gambling, bro. Because again, those trades could, if you're day trading or if you're swing trading, however long it's going to take, that trade could play out in a day. Whereas if you're long on the market, a lot of people have been acquiring Toshi for quite some time now, and those people have been pretty content, right? If you've been accumulating since we've been talking about, especially because we've been talking about this project since 10 million market cap. But again, I'm not here telling you what to buy. You got to go out and do your own research at the end of the day. I'm just saying that, the people that are accumulating projects and stuff like that, they just tend to do better, man. I know it's not popular and stuff like that. I know a lot of people like to take profit 40, 50 times during a bull cycle, but I just don't think that that's a good idea, because one thing is for sure, and that's that nobody knows the future. Nobody could time the top. Nobody could time the bottom. Not even myself, bro. Not even your boy Crypto J can predict these markets. Not Warren Buffett. Not nobody. Nobody can. So that's why I always say, don't be over leveraging into projects. Only spend money that you're willing to lose. But hey, if I get paid $100 and I'll take 20 of that, I'll put it into cryptocurrency and I'll diversify that $20. And maybe I might throw 8 at Toshi. Maybe I might throw $12 at Toshi, but I'm not over leveraging and I'm diversifying. So really, I'm not emotionally attached to the trade. Now, if I've been doing that over the past couple months, every single paycheck I get paid weekly, or let's say like I'm gonna put $10 a day. Like if I'm getting paid weekly and I say I want to put 10 $20 a day out of my weekly paycheck, how much Toshi would I have already acquired, and would I be so emotionally attached to it? Now, I'd probably look at it from time to time and be like, wow, I got a pretty good stack that I've been saving up here. But if I was to take $5,000 and dump it into Toshi all at the same time, right? How would I feel about that trade? There would be a lot more of an emotional attachment. I would be doing things that are emotional, and I know you guys think that when you do emotional things trading that you're protecting yourself, but you're not protecting yourself. Really, when you're acting out of emotion, a lot of the time you're going to be losing. You're going to be taking profits. You're going to be getting shook by the market. Because like I said, guys, these guys are trying to do nothing but shake the paper handlers, right? The reason why they're jacking around this price, yeah, it's to liquidate the longs and the shorts, but it's also to liquidate these inexperienced traders that are paper handsing so fast. And that's why I told you guys, hey, we're not at the top of the cycle. It's not really a time to, in my opinion, I'm not looking to sell my crypto at a time like this. This presidency is looking very similar to Trump's last presidency. And that, guys, this is what I've been saying now for years. Now for years, this cycle has started in 2023. And guess what? We were right here. Some of you guys got on the bandwagon in 2024, started picking up cryptocurrency for the first time. Guys, first of all, we've been making video content every single day for like the past 7 years. Second of all, we've been covering this cycle alone since 2023, since Bitcoin was at like $15,000, and we timed the bottom absolutely perfectly, and we timed the top of last cycle absolutely perfectly. So again, I have long-term indicators that I use. Are they always good? Do the indicators always work? No. They're just indicators of things that can possibly happen. And that's just like every other indicator in trading. They're just indications of what can possibly happen. But nobody knows for sure what is going to happen. And again, that's why I just want you guys to understand risk, right? I don't want you guys to be over leveraging into projects, making dumb trade mistakes, liquidating yourself right before the bull rally, right? Like what if you put that $5,000 in right now, Bitcoin drops down to 14K, down to 90K, let's even say, just metaphorically. I don't think that that's going to be the case. I think Bitcoin has a good chance of rallying even today. I think I'll be making another video later in today saying, wow, look at this. But if Bitcoin decides it wants to break down and your 5K is in the market and it's in a meme coin like Toshi or any other meme coin, guys, if Bitcoin goes down drastically, you better understand that the market's going to bleed, because Bitcoin is literally the confidence in the market. And that's why we talk about Bitcoin first on the channel in every single video, because again, if Bitcoin decides it doesn't want to pump anymore, if it decides it wants to dump or see a correction, again, you're going to have to be ready for that type of volatility. And in my opinion, the people that are buying the dips, they're and not over leveraging into the dip, they're not going to be as emotional making dumb mistakes. I'm telling you that because I know that in a zone like this, especially even, people are going to want to over leverage. They're going to think, oh man, we've already broken resistance. There's no way this thing can't turn down. There's no way I can't get a cheaper price on this. And I'm here to tell you guys that that is not the case. I'm here to tell you that that is not the case. I know there's other YouTubers that will tell you exactly the opposite, but they're dumb. No, I'm just kidding. But again, that's not responsible. It's not responsible to tell somebody that for sure that you know something's going to happen when you don't know what the heck's going to happen. It's better to tell people that, hey, be careful, right? There's are some things even on this Toshi chart right now that we got to be careful of. We're sitting on some key levels of resistance right now. Now we could see a bounce, and this is a bull flag that we were talking about. Um, could possibly play out. It's still possibly going to play out. You know, it's going to depend on the strength of Bitcoin. Again, if Bitcoin decides it wants to rip up again, I do think that there's a good chance Toshi will want to too. But there's also a chance too that we do not have a good solid close today, right? We don't have a good solid close today. I'm here to tell you right now. And again, this is based off of just years of experience in the game and being in the market every day and talking about this every day. That if we don't have a good close on a Thursday, you can probably expect seeing some blood into the weekend. I'm sorry, the weekend, probably in a bottom on Sunday, right? And or maybe even if we really want to stay bearish, a possible fake out on Monday, and then again lower levels. So just things to pay attention to. Again, we are almost out of the woods, but we're not quite out of the woods. Key level support today. You can see the bears and the bulls are fighting right now. A lot of people feeling both ways. Some people thinking that the rate cut is going to boost the market, but what happens if it doesn't, man? What happens if we see a rejection after the rate cut? What would that mean for the market? Usually when we cut rates, the market does tend to do a lot better. This is really the moment that we've been waiting on. We've been talking about these rate cuts now for over a year. Really, since Trump really took office, now we've been talking about these rate cuts. I do real estate also. So, again, these rates affect me and my life every day with Bitcoin, with real estate, and stuff like that. So, we'll see if the market gets more stimulation. We'll see if people are starting to feel more bullish, or we'll see again if we start breaking down, right? We're starting to trend sideways, having a hard time. Look, shoulder, head, shoulder here on the daily. I still think that it's a little early, right? It's only 10 a.m. A lot of stuff can play out today, but I want to know your guys' opinion on the market and what you think. Let me know in the comment section below. Also, if you enjoy this content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, guys. We're trying to get this video to 1,000 comments. So again, if you made it this far, just comment Toshi so that I know that you made it this far in the video. Also, share this over on X. The more we share this out, guys, the more people will see Toshi, and the more we can start trending again like we used to. Some of these videos used to get like 10,000 views on Toshi, when we were really pumping hard. Well, guess what, guys? We're pumping again, and the best time to promote each other is right now. I'm actually going on Twitter today, and I'm going to retweet a whole bunch of people. So if you make a post and I see that you tagged me in the post, there's a pretty good chance too that that post will get retweeted. And again, that's my way of giving back to you guys. You guys are always helping me build my channel. I want to help you guys build up your Twitters and your other followings too. So again, the more I see you guys engaging with me on other platforms, I'm going to engage with you. And that's just the way it works, man. Everybody's helping each other out. And yeah, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Check out the Patreon too. Got a ton of content in there. I'll catch you guys next video. Peace.